they would send in, let's call them surveillance drones. They could be up at 4,000 feet, so they could see the area and they could identify where targets were points of vulnerability were. Well, what the Russians have been doing now over the last couple of months, they've got drones that attack those surveillance drones, so they're taking them out. So now all of a sudden Ukraine is blind because they don't have this, they can't see what's there immediately in front of them, which is one of the reasons that if you can't see it, you can't shoot it, and they don't have a signature on it. So, that's one of the most important reasons why you've seen a decrease in the number of attacks on tanks, on artillery pieces,
especially artillery, because you have to be deep to be able to see where the artilleries are to target them. Fast, I didn't.
Now, the other thing that's happened is the Russians have become more sophisticated in developing these cages, these anti-drone cages around their tanks. So it used to be that, one or two drones could hit a tank and disable it. Now you got to hit them with like 12 to 20 drones to disable those tanks. So, and in the process, when Ukraine has to use that many, it's not like it's got some mass production facility in the rear where they're cranking it out. So Russia has a decided tactical advantage on all aspects, whether it's number of troops, trained troops, supplies, being able to sustain logistics at the front lines, medical care for those who are wounded. We've seen in the recent exchanges of bodies, the Russians received 19 dead soldiers the other day, and they turned over 1,000 dead Ukrainians. So a 1-to-20 ratio is just about what's going on. And that has been actually consistent over the last 6 weeks, that Ukraine is not inflicting the same number of casualties on Russia as are being inflicted on Ukraine.